Hello and welcome to Melancholic, Atmospheric, Melodic Black Metal. This one is from Belgium, and some of you might already know this one. It's called Drawn in the Descent, second album by this band that created its first album about 4 years ago and did really nice job with it. And this time I think this is even better. About 45 minutes of just beautiful, even though a little bit melancholic black metal in a way that is kind of beyond words, because it's not like too much is happening. It's not like there are too many vocals. It's not like there's anything extraordinary. But still, this album manages to be really great quality. I happen to like it a lot. So here is the digipack. Let's just have a brief glimpse into it. Not so visual album maybe, but nevertheless worth looking at. As you can see, threefold, 5 songs, so pretty lengthy songs all over, considering that is 45 minutes or so. And then we have this booklet, obviously, which is very dark, handwritten lyrics. Probably you won't be able to even read them unless you zoom a lot or pause, but nevertheless, let's just give it a glimpse here. And then what we have here is obviously the kind of notes, the info of the album. So like I said, this is all about creating this kind of beautiful, atmospheric, melodic black metal. And as such, I think this is one of the better albums, better bands even, in that particular genre. The thing here is, it's almost like post-rock, it's post-metal-like, because these guys are not creating those kind of riffs which just, drill into your head, but more about these kind of melodies and soothing parts that just kind of like make you flow through it. It's just like as if you were just, I don't know, in water, just, flowing there, and, things just would, put you in motion, like down the river. You would close your eyes and have these beautiful images in your head. So kind of a dream like. And at the same time, even though there's a little bit of melancholy, I mean, it's kind of a beautiful and, while not catchy, kind of a something in that direction. Now, there are millions of ways to create, not probably millions, maybe a couple, but anyway, let's just say there's a few ways to create atmospheric black metal. Some of them are making that, with drony riffs, lots of repetition, but not able to grasp the listener with it. And then there are these more like melodic things, which are almost more almost more melodic and riff driven rather than this kind of atmospheric stuff. And then there are just bands that have absolutely no idea how to do it. And Drawing to Descent kind of creates this in a way that it incorporates a lot of these melodic parts, but at the same time it's also kind of going to a different direction, with lots of kind of not repetition as such, but like not actually building songs into the rock format, if you know what I mean. And I think that's kind of a winner combination here, because after all, this is not so much about being this kind of a riff driven, and yet at the same time those melodies are an important part of this album, the magic, so to speak. And there are not too many parts seen. It's like it's almost instrumental, like so many parts, so much of this whole album, but it actually works like a charm, to be honest. So I think this is a great album with some ingredients that I didn't expect to hit me with so much force. Force is probably the wrong word, but I'm trying to say here, this is not something that I would have expected to get me to like it as much as I do, because I think this is a really great album, one of the better in this year even. And usually these kind of albums lack the sort of that kind of a magical ingredient that is necessary to just be included to make it actually a great album. So it's not like these how it sounds, or how the vocals are done. It's not like they're like mind blowing. In fact, they are quite the basic. But how all these pieces of this puzzle fall together, those are the ideas and elements that make this album worth listening to. So, unless you're allergic to atmospheric black metal, this is your go-to album this summer, I think. So, give it a shot and enjoy it.